Hey guys, Matt here. I hope you can hear me because of the wind. I want to do a quick video on a project here. I bought this solar panel off Amazon. It was pretty cheap. Oh, it was a couple of years ago. It's a 12 volt. It's a universal panel. I believe it has ports for 9 volts, 6 volts, and 12 volts. But anyway, I use it on my covert cameras. Works really well, but the issue is that the battery, it has a built-in battery inside, so it's an all-in-one deal. And it works really nice because you didn't have to have a battery or anything else. It was an all-in-one deal, but the battery went bad in it. And so I got the, if you've watched my channel any at all, you know I like a good project. So when the thing stopped working, I figured it was just the battery. So I took it apart here, as you can see. And this isn't the pack that came with it. I've already changed it out. So I wanted to do a quick video and show you what I've done here. This particular one has little screws. You can see all the screws. And here's the label. It's the solar panel kit BL8000, and that's the specs on it there. So I'll leave it on there and you can see the specs. Or I should say that was the specs. Unfortunately, you cannot find replacement batteries. Or I couldn't, at least. And so after doing a little bit of testing, the battery was shot, so I wasn't able to figure out. There was no I don't have the battery out here to show you, but what it looked like, it was just a square looking battery. It was probably NiCad, maybe even lithium. I don't know exactly what the makeup of the battery was. Like I said, there was no markings on it that I could tell, and the battery had expanded a little bit, so you could definitely tell that it had gone bad. And I was hoping when I took it apart, you know, there'd be some type of some ID marks on the battery, you know, and I could find just a replacement battery somewhere. But that wasn't the case. So anyway, I just took the panel out and pointed it at the sun, obviously, and found that the panel itself produced 12 volts. So I knew that it had to be some type of 12 volt battery that the panel was charging. So I got on Amazon, my favorite place, and I found these batteries here, a 12 volt battery pack. And I should have showed a picture of what the battery pack that I found. It didn't look like this before. As you can see, I've modified it. You can look right here. This used to be a stack of 2. Right here was folded on top of this one, so it was stacked up. It was 5 batteries stacked too high, and so to make it, and if I left it like that, it was too tall and wouldn't fit down inside there. So what I had to do is I had to unsolder one side here and unfold it so that it would fit inside here. And then when I unsoldered that, I had to make it broke, and I had to just run a little patch wire across those 2 battery terminals right there to connect those and form the make the pack a 12 volt pack again. Otherwise it would be 2 6 volt packs. So there's the positive wire, there's the negative wire, and this is the little pigtail that I cut off the old battery pack, soldered it on, just used some didn't have any shrink wrap, So just use some electrical tape there to hold it in place. And just so happens that the batteries are just thick enough to fit down in here. When I put the cover on, there's just enough headspace in there so they don't rattle around. I have a couple of pieces of doubled over electrical tape in there, securing the batteries in place so they don't move around. And when I put the lid on, it holds them in there, gives just enough friction to where they don't move around at all. I've already taken it out and pointed it toward the sun and everything. They charge up. Everything's good to go. So I wanted to go ahead before I put the cover on it and show you guys what I did. I will, when I post this video, I will put in the comments, or in the description rather, the part number of the battery pack that I used, just in case you have a solar panel similar to this one. I know that there's panels out there that are similar, that are being sold on Amazon. So they're about all the same dimension wise and everything. So if this pack will fit in this one, if they're the same size, I bet it will fit in some of the others that look similar. So like I said, I'll post the part number and everything down in the description of the video, so that if you've got a panel that doesn't work anymore and you want to try to rehab it, you can use this same battery pack. But there you go. Just trying to use some more old junk and not throw it away. So I'll put this back together. I'll have to run a bead of glue around the edge here. There is a seal, a rubber gasket that goes along this edge here, but originally they had glue as well. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but to get the back off, obviously had to remove the screws, but I also had to get a knife, or a flathead screwdriver would work as well, and get one corner kind of pried up and break that glue loose, and then where you could get your fingers up underneath it, and then you could start prying the lid off. But the lid was glued on originally, and so I will get some goop or something like that from the hardware store and run a bead of goop around there when I go to start screwing this on. I think I have some in the garage, and we'll get it all gooped up and everything, get it waterproofed. But anyway, wanted to show my latest project. Take care, guys.